Hey, welcome to Cody the Car Guy. We're going to be doing a tool review today. We got the Earthquake XT here. They call it the EQ12 XT. And I don't know if you've seen the ads, but they actually showed this going up against the Snap-on and supposedly beating out the Snap-on. Well, that actually got me curious. I was like, okay, let's put it up to the test. Some Harbor Freight stuff, some Harbor Freight stuff is not okay. So let's put it to the test. This little bad boy is actually kind of hard to find. Every time I've gone up to Harbor Freight to get one, they were out. I went up there the other day, and this was the last one, and they actually had it locked up in the back warehouse part. I was like, dang. So they knew they had it. I went in and got it. Here it is. First we'll take, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Alright. Right here. It says for general mechanics, tire shops, body shops, 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, half inch, 7,000 rounds per minute on the thing at PSI. It actually shows it at 90 PSI, and right now my compressor is about 120. So yeah, it should actually give it a little extra oomph. So we're gonna put this thing to test. It weighs 4 pounds, 4 ounces. And like I said, let's open this bad boy up and see what we got. Look at that. Comes with a little oil. And they gave you a special little cover for this thing. And they got this thing like made not to even budge out of here. It's actually wrapped in here. Pretty dang good. So, yeah. As you can see, it's got its own cover. Comes with some oil. Let me go ahead and get this out of here. Then I'm gonna set it up for doing the hooking the airline up. So I've got a boat here that has had a wheel on it for about 20 years. Tire's no good. Wheels all rusted out. Lugs are rusted on there. Figured what the heck, this is perfect to put this through the test because yeah, they're on there. They're not trying to go anywhere. And why not? Just like exactly what we need. We need that braking power to get those lugs off so I can put a new wheel and new tire on this. So yeah. Alright, we got it out of the box. Let's go ahead and pull it out of the little cover. And actually, it's not a bad looking tool. So let's go ahead and get this plug out right here. And we got a little male fitting. I already went ahead and put some Teflon tape on it. Go ahead and tighten this bad boy up in here. Got that bad boy snugged in. It's ready to power up. Alright, let's see what we got. So pretty much typical forward and reverse. And more power, medium power, little power. So yeah, actually feels pretty good. It's got a nice feel to it. Doesn't feel all cheesy back here. Actually, it's got some snugness to it, so that's a good thing. All right. We're going to see if the air hammer mechanism up in here really can do what it says it can do. So let me show you what we're going to put it up against. It's ugly. Well, actually, you can see it down there in the background. Yeah, that thing has seen better days. 20 years of sitting. Had to dig it out of the dirt pretty much. Decided to go ahead and build this boat. I'm going to put a 532 in it. And I have to change the wheels. So as you see, it's no good. Tire's destroyed. Won't hold air. So yeah, let's go ahead and I'm gonna put this head to head. Its competition, the Snap-on. Now, comparison wise, they're about the same. Alright, this one right here, you can change the settings on this one by turning it here. In and out. And yes, this is the Snap-on. As you can see, I'm not going to take my cover off, but it says Snap-on under there. Alright, it's the MG725. So, can this bad boy outdo this bad boy? Or does this one really beat the Snap-ons? Wouldn't that be something if it actually does? Let's see. Let's find out. Now, just to show you. Now, usually when we're doing the tires, I'll use this one. It's actually a professional tire set. But a lot of times when I use this one, everyone's like, oh my god, it's got an extension, you're taking away from it. It's a bad test because there's an extension in there. I use this all the time and it does its job. Never had a problem with it. But because of that, we're not going to use this one this time. So we're going to use this one. That way, no one can say anything about the extension. Now, just to show you how tight these bad boys are, I'll tell you right now, I use this all the time doing different jobs, and yeah, she ain't budging. It is on there. Now, which one should we try first? Earthquake time. Alright, we are aired up. Sounds pretty good. Well, max settings right here, because this is definitely on there. And yeah, she sounds ready. Here we go. Well, that one definitely did it. Now, someone can be like, oh, well, the other one loosened it up. So, well, I know these are all tight because I've already tried them before. So, the other one's got all sorts of rust and pit in there. Well, I'll tell you what, that actually did pretty dang good. It's on there. Huh. We got a couple more real quick. Let's go ahead and give the snap-on a try. Now that one sounds torquey. Hear that one? Big difference in sounds between the two. I'm gonna tell you right now, this thing was ready to go. It didn't even think twice about it. This one's definitely quieter, and it took a few hammers on it, but this one almost is instantly as soon as I pulled the trigger, as you saw. I mean, it just goes. I'm so happy these things are coming off, and yeah, these are on here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one back on. We're going to go after the bottom one with the earthquake real quick. Just to keep the wheel from popping off since I don't have a jack on it. As you saw how fast the snap-on snapped that lug right off there. This one just doesn't have the same sound as the snap-on. It's just sounds like not quite as powerful as what it sounds like to me. Alright. Now, as you saw, this one takes a few more extra hammers on there, and then it starts to get it off. Let's tighten it up with the snap-on and see if this one can take it off. I can tell you right now, this bad boy is on there. So, let's see if the earthquake can take it back off. Absolutely didn't phase it. Now let's put this one on and see if the other one takes it off. Now I know this isn't 1,000 foot-pounds, but these were on here for 20 years. It's got to count for something. Come down to the bottom one. Hammered on it pretty good. And let's see. Go. I don't know, like I said, This isn't 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, but this one is taking it off. Put it on, took it off. Another one did the same thing. Now the snap one, I'm gonna tell you right now, when you hit the trigger on this one, you can feel the torque in it, and it really just does it. Even when it starts to accelerate, pulling it off, you can just feel she's just powerful. This one right here doesn't have that same kind of feel, but it took it off. It's actually doing what it's supposed to. Now the difference is this one's $149. If you can get the 20% coupon on it, brings it out to I think like 128, 129 area. Where this one's quite a bit more, a lot more price. You can buy like 4 or 5 of these for the price of this one. I think these are close to 600 bucks. So compared to 149. Yeah. And a lot of times you're making payments on this, so when I say more, you're actually making payments, so you got interest on there too. So yeah, this little bad boy adds up. But it also is rebuildable. You can get parts for it. They rebuild it. You know, they got a cover for it. I don't think there's a cover made for these yet. So, and yeah, it's lighter. I mean, it's got a couple of things going for it, and this one's got a couple of things going for it. So, glad to find something else that we can bust out on this, but this is kind of part 1 on the tool review. And I'm going to find something that's really stubborn, like, I don't know, say a CV axle nut that takes like a freaking 6-foot pole to break free. And we're going to see if this can take the CV axle nut off over this guy. See which one does it and which one can't. But so far, I don't want to say they're even. They both did the job. They both got the stubborn lugs off. I can actually put a new rim on this now and actually put the new tire on it and get that done. So that part is done, and I can get new lugs. And when I say this has been there for 20 years, I was not kidding. The lugs are rusted badly. So we're going to get some new lugs too. And as you see, it did its job. You know, it's I mean, for that kind of price, 128. I got mine on sale, 128. Compared to closer to 600 bucks. For around the house, smaller tire shops, stuff like that, actually this isn't bad. I mean, this will do the job as you saw. So yeah, that's not too bad. I'll give it a little bit of credit for right now. It was a thumping, and its hammer seemed a little bit slower than the Snap-on. It's definitely quieter than the Snap-on, but the Snap-on, like I said, it's got that really torquey feel to it when you hit the trigger. I mean, you can just feel the difference. This one's not quite as torquey feeling. For being 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, you would think it would, when you hit the trigger, you know, like torque it a little bit. The Snap-on one actually does that a little bit, where this one does not. So I think we're gonna find something else to go play with, like for say, a stubborn RV lug, one of those big ones, off of like a 19.5 tire. Those things are usually on there pretty good, and they usually take, a lot of times when you have someone come out there, they're usually using a 1-inch or 3/4 inch impact to take those off. So let's see if this guy can do one of those, or if this one can do it. If they both can do it, we'll see. So that's going to be the next part on the tool review. We're going to go do a stubborn motorhome tire. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen those. Those are pretty big lugs. They make these look like toys. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of the Earthquakes tool review, and stay tuned for another review on this bad boy right here. We're going to see if it lives up to its name of being able to beat the Snap-on. Still don't think it will. I think that Snap-on, that little extra torquiness in there is going to come out and win in the end, but like I said, for the price, it's hard to beat. Around the house, this is actually pretty good. You're not going to go out and spend that kind of money on a Snap-on when you're just doing house stuff. But let's go tackle that RV tire. I think that's going to be fun. So I'll catch you on part 2 of the earthquake tool review. And until then, 1189 videos. Out.